Ikak okot akat takintukun takat. It ok ikakamtak ok. Otak akunt ikuku. Intakaka utaka. Intuku. Hello, everyone. We are here in the week 127 of Light Languages and Collective Healing Intentions. I'm Ismael Rodriguez, and I'm surrounded by very special beings, very special brothers and sisters. And we will see what happened today. It's always everything spontaneous. We will just let the light languages and any messages to come through. We will take it from there. But before going any deeper into anything, we are going to clear the space and protect the space. So we are going to do some light languages blessings. And Wesley, you are the first one in the screen. You will teach Sanakatai. Turua.
Yawasato wakata tu Baba yowa kuwata muwaka kinie yowa suwa su wakata na mama yowa suwaka muka kiki kuwa yowa suwaka kuna iya Mbayaka Mbayaku watatu waya huwasata Mbayuku ayaku tuwaka kuwaka kiyawa suwa Bayaku kuwata kayaka kuwakata kia tu wakata Puyaka suwakata hua hiwa hua mayaka niyaka kuwaka huwata hiya haya maya bayokuwa suwaka kuwaka baya huwata wata Huaka kiyaka kuku ya muyoko tu kayoku muaka kiwa suwata muaka kiyawa baya tuatata muyakata huakata hiuka suka sakiya waka muakana niyaka uwata nuakata ku wata puka kiya kana miyakuwa suwakaya muaka kiya musata suwata sata ya waka kia Masawata ya papa waka iniewa muaka Masawata iwaka kiniwaka namamawa Amamaua. Pasatu wakatu. Manu ayua. Pasakuata. Muaka kiwa. Suaka kinawa. Mayua. Pasuka. Sanuka. Mayakana mawa. Hiakua. Niwa sai. Sumaua. Ayuka. Huaya sama. Muakata iwa suka. Paiwata. Tuakata. Kiewa. Suka na iwata. Numa. Mayawata. Tayawata. Tuata. Thanks very much. Sanua kanuea. Wakatuea kumba. Iewa. Suka. Thanks. Tukua.
How humble and powerful this being is. Shanaki shanak unti tianaka unti tianakata. Here on earth we go sometimes through many difficulties when we just show to others that we are humble, that we are loved, and they take that for granted, and in many situations they try to take advantage. And this being that Wesley was, and is still channeling, was bringing that power and that massive strength from just being humble and loved. And it's so lovely, so lovely. I cannot go to the next blessing without mentioning that, because this being is amazing and really always reach my deeper part of my soul. I know that we have a very powerful connection, and we know that Wesley and I, since the day we met, we didn't even get into details or information about what is this being, and where did we met in another lifetime and all of that, because we just knew that wasn't necessary, and we are still enjoying after few years now this wonderful love. This brotherhood. And Jacob, you want to go next for the blessing?
Yes, please.
Thank you, brother.
Kalikan sum tali haliana silate silata samaseha. Kantila salita matana tasi nasilate samalasanyata. Thank you.
Kishua. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, brother. Thank you. So nice. And Luis, would you like to go next? It's powerful. Chishada.
Matuamanata uatata mautuama matuata nata utu mata utuana mutuamana matuanata matu tutuama tuama matuamanata matuama. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. The other blessings were powerful enough this week to warm up the engines. I could feel it, brother. I could feel you already. Like, I'm ready to this week. I'm ready. Wow, I felt the power as well. Shana. Thank you, brothers, for this. I'm going to do mine now. Hisanakatsin. And then after this blessing, we are going to do a grounding meditation. It's something that we do every week so that we can let all these powerful energies flow through us instead of letting our system to hold into them. Because that's the tendency that the human being has, to hold into something instead of letting things flow just like a river, allowing whatever comes through, just let it flow through you. That flow of energy is what cleans. That flow of energy is what transforms. That flow of energy is what make us really, really get where we want to get. Going to do the blessing now. Tisanaka urma. Esinaraka untisium taka. Okotonti anaka ishana. Nanaraka tusnaka aruti aranaka urma. Senerakio mata antare dio matekio mata. Anarakutus tarakata taurota senta untaka seti teti kiomaka antioro quata arena taka utishanata. It's okay, Luis. Tenikianakata. I felt the same when Brother Wesley was doing his blessing. Something just wanted to come out, and actually I was doing it. Shanaginti anak urumaka atis untani enneti titi anak uruma tisanaka itata onete kiuma istana tikata koroko stonto makaitana anekata sintanakata sotoko titiana titiana. So this was some cleansing, protection, like we said, and activation as well. Just as I explained to Keith in the comments, this is a place that we create all together to express anything that we are experiencing in our soul, any changes. This is not only a light language group. This is a place where we also activate other gifts. So we just put the love intention there. We let the light languages come through, and the light languages do the rest of the work. Like we mentioned in other weeks, the light languages by themselves, they have intelligence, and they go there where it's needed for any person. And the same light languages can be activating in a brother, maybe the third eye vision, and in another sister, the heart chakra, and in another brother, maybe the grounding ability. And talking about grounding, we are going to do this grounding exercise so that we can let everything flow. Naturally, also our muscles are like storing places of energy, and we don't want that. We don't want to store tension in our muscles or in any part of our body. We are going to set the intention to let all this love flow, to let all these light languages flow, and enjoy and have fun. That's all about it. Ki arakat ustantaranaka uruntaka eni aranaka unte titianaka ro ote ti titiana. So we start by taking some deep breaths. And when we inhale, we let the energy from the greater sun to come to us. And we visualize how a greater sun is connecting all the other suns from multiple solar systems and galaxies and universes. Is feeding each of them. This greater sun is sending all this massive golden energy to the sun in each solar system. And from the sun in our solar system, we get this golden energy from the greater sun. So we are connecting this grid of suns we are letting all this information flow from the greater suns and all the other universes and solar systems. Tiniki anata. And we do that when we inhale. And when we exhale, when we release the air, we set the intention to expand this golden energy everywhere in our body. Narakatustara, inianakaroma, asanatarakuntestini kiuru, hanetanaraka urntaka, anetitititiana. We keep doing that. We keep breathing deeply. Shanakatus ntaraka urma tikana. And we exhale. We release the air and we send it everywhere in our system, reaching every organ, every corner. Tishanaku tu yana. From the macro to the microscopic part of ourselves. Tishanakutu shuntaraka unta. Eni reaching the DNA tanara kurum tara. Erenika nakuata. All this love, all this information reaching our DNA tanakuntiana. And we don't hold this energy, we let it flow. We set the intention to send it everywhere, but we see and visualize how it's flowing everywhere. It's not getting stuck anywhere. We keep taking these deep breaths. And we also set the intention to send this golden energy to all the aspects of ourselves. Senikana. All the aspects of ourselves that are contributing in the performance of whatever we came here to do on earth. Kitanarum taiurum hasanara katarum makata enetikium tati tutishentikium tana enete kintana kuntina. So we set the intention and we send this golden energy to every single aspect of ourselves that is contributing to enrich our role here on earth. Tishanakuro matakanitana. And once we send this golden energy to all of them, we integrate as one takurum ta with all these aspects. Shikana kunturu makata ensiana. Many times these aspects of ourselves are our spirit guides. Sinyata shana, aspects of ourselves assisting us from different timelines and dimensions. Tikanaru maka, o natara kutusitara, o takatau tuturima, anakata turumtaka, esa naraku o teka jurtaka, ontare nekioro, asinyanaka tu tikana, seniki titiana, titiana. And as we continue taking this golden energy from the greater sun, we now set the intention to send this golden energy to the center of Mother Earth, Hantitara, and simultaneously we visualize a wave, just as a tsunami, covering all the surface of planet Earth also. Shanakatu. So we intake, when we inhale, and when we exhale, we send this massive wave of energy over the surface of planet Earth. And we also send this column of energy to the center of Gaia. Takaturenakishanakauru. Eneteo matakatus intarana. Utuntik watai shinnarakao tesintanakao teshitiana. This golden energy now embrace all the planet. Sanakatucha nakata. Around all the planet. Takantun tikimata. And also is connected to the center. So we serve as a link connecting the greater sun and planet Earth. Sinetikium tatikana. And we visualize this massive column of golden energy connecting them and connecting us. Chisana tu titiana. As part of the same circuitry. Seneki guru. Otoru no tukuru mataka. Enetikinti nakata. Arunatikeya mata suturumai tiana itada itana. Inaka upata. Once that connection is established with the center of Mother Earth, we set the intention to send any worry, any issue, any problem that we have had during this week, months, years. Anytime we send it to the center of Mother Earth, flowing through this river of fluid golden light. Sinatakara. We let it flow. We let them go. And as they start arriving in the center of planet Earth, we see them dissolve in that lava. Shukwara. They transmute into light. They transmute into nature. Tikarakurta tikana. Orumasin tarama ute kyumata. Aranakatusla nakata. Ute katati tanamakatu tu irenete kata kata katu shiti titi titi anakata kata tu inakata makatu tu tiki tu titi 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 anamama tu kitanakataka. Ute kiniki titi antuku. Tiana maka uroto tutike titin titiana katakatu shinatakaku tutina. So we said the intention to let go anything is making us feel shantaka, tishana, ti, any sort of density, any sort of obstacle, any worry, any tension, we send it there. We send it there and we visualize how it transmutes and transforms into light in the center of Mother Earth. Sitanak tianakatushtanaka. Then tianaraku. And we visualize how all our system, all our body, all the aspects of ourselves cleanse. Chishana ka fun tistana estinata star shining bright. Tika tustiti titiana. Oronutikana. We start feeling lighter and lighter. So we let this wonderful solar energy come through us. Shoot in tiki. And now, as a response from Gaia, we start getting another column up from the center of Mother Earth to our body. And let any color come to you. I can visualize again a platinum color. It can be any color for you. Just let it be. That will be the color you need. Shanakata, or the frequency. Katanturukuba. Esanarakatein tititianata. Sakutukushntinakta. So we see simultaneously these two columns of light. One golden coming from the sun towards the center, and another one in any color you see, visualize, or feel coming from the center of Mother Earth to our body. And once that reach our body, we also set the intention to share it with the greater sun. So we send it to our sun, our solar system, and we let connect our sun with all the other suns in all the other infinite suns of other solar systems, galaxies, universes. And we visualize how it reaches also the greater sun. Hatufutustikana, orontika, itianaka. Doroku tu titi umakata ititiana. Hinianata kun titiana. And now we recognize from now on that we are serving as this divine link, exchanging love, energy, any kind of divine love and energy between the greater sun and our planet. We anchor this solar energy, and we also send the energy from Gaia to the rest of the universes. Nereka tuntinya kuoto antikiu grandios tikiana kuruma enekimata. And let yourself feel this sense of expansion. We breathe in deeply, and we breathe out, expanding and expanding more, and more to the infinite. Sanakunta iarau tekyo kaua sawonti tianakawa. I enjoy how this greatness feels. Shiniki anta. And don't take this just as an exercise. Remember always this powerful link that you all are. Tinianak utu tikiana. Oronotu kuruntara kini takaron taitana. Isanaruko test irikiyoku imikya. I thank everyone who is here in this group and every being that has been assisting us since the very beginning, even before we started. Esti indikian takawutiana. with the wish that you all have a wonderful, wonderful experience. Tikin tiana katum tiana. Estin titi titi titiana. Etiana kuntiata. May you receive all the gifts. Shanaka tu tiana. Oteki tiana tatiana that you are meant to receive. Shanakuntiana. Estikia marakata. Osinikiana. Wonderful. And gradually, we'll start coming back. And we are going to start with the intentions in a minute. So what we do every week is to set intentions. We start first, even if it sounds selfish, it is not. I was guided to do this exercise and share it with my groups, this one in English and the other one in Portuguese and Spanish. And this is to activate the feeling of deserving the love, the infinite love that we are experiencing. We have pretty much activated the giving aspect of ourselves for centuries and millennia, but this part of receiving is still healing, and this aspect of ourselves of opening and accepting the love from a brother and a sister is still opening up. And that's why we set the intentions this way, asking first for ourselves, so that we recognize that we deserve all this love first. And by becoming this love, by enchanting ourselves, by blossoming, we can give much more to every brother and sister on planet Earth, to everyone. But before we go to that section of blessings, Keith had asked me a question during the week in one of the comments in Facebook, and if you would like Keith to share it with the rest of the group, I believe that my brothers and sisters, we will be very happy to answer that question for you and for everyone else who might be wondering the same as you. Tishana kata intiana. Do you want to go ahead, Keith?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, love.
I will try and remember.
It's okay. I have it here in my heart, but yeah,
Okay.
Did you remember? Tishana kata.
My question was, as a newbie to light languages, although it resonates beautifully with me, and I understand that as someone who does not speak it, in order to receive it, all I have to do is to make the intention to allow it to penetrate my system. And that because it happens on a much higher level. So that's my understanding of it. And my
The microphone got silence, Keith.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Yes.
okay. It's okay.
With that understanding, my question is, because we live in this planet as in a duality system, is it possible that, well, it's my understanding that everything in this reality serves a dual purpose, and therefore the question is, does light language have an opposite? And when I listen to someone speaking light language or writing it in text, in emotion, how do I learn to discern whether that is from the light or not?
I think you perfectly formulated that question, Keith. Kasum tiki anata. Thank you for collaborating and bringing this up, because it's really important. I'm going to take the opportunity to ask our brothers and sisters what they think about it. Wesley, what do you think about this question?
So what I would say, it's information. So it's a transference of information. So what it is consciousness, really. So it's recognizing that part of yourself that you might recognize. So that's why, like, I resonate with this, so you don't resonate with that. Maybe even that's a part of yourself that you might resonate with. So this information that I feel is coming from the heart, like. So I feel if you connect into, from myself, if I connect into that that part of myself that's beyond my logical mind, this way works for me. And sometimes you might even, like, there's people might, like, for me, in my experience, certain people might be doing certain drawings or something. I might resonate with them. Someone else might do another drawing. I might resonate with them. So that's not to say that I might resonate with the same person who's doing the same drawing in 10 years' time, and I might resonate with the same person doing the drawing now. In 10 years' time, I might resonate with it. So it's all in the moment. I feel it's all in the moment. It's all just information. And it's just going back to the same thing again. It's a transference of information from what it already is, and you're connecting back into that bandwidth of your soul essence. Anyway, it's a recognition of information that's already there. So it's like yakana sana suna yuwa uata tuata tuata tuata.
How can you discern, Wesley, if it's coming from light or it's coming from darkness?
I just feel it, and I feel it. It's just my own. I just feel it. I just feel it. So it's not even about, like, right, is it this or is it that? It's kind of beyond, is it this or is it that? Because. And I think that's the whole thing with it as well, even I get it. And I'm not dissing anyone, like, who's on about light language, but I do have come across people on about the light language, and I kind of don't resonate with it sometimes. And they're like, yeah, this is supposed to be this, and this is supposed to be that. And I'm like, all right. And it's just not my, like, that's just not the way I get it, because it's not, it goes beyond that. It's just more of a, you intuitively feel it. You feel it. Like, it's like, you feel it, you sense it, you feel it, you understand. It's nearly like you're collaborating all your senses at the same time. It's not like, right, is this so does this create fire? Or if it's, it's not that, you kind of, you feel into it. That's the way I get it. And it's information. Yeah, I don't know did that even answer it, but I would say the whole protocol is that we're starting to we're starting to share the information. We're base plating it, so it's like flipping. I just see it like spinning discs, like Ismail would say something, or Jacob might say something, or Melissa might say something, or Louise say something, and we're all just meeting each other. So we're all just connecting to all these bandwidths of information, and I resonate with it, and it's just and there's some, and I would say, like, sometimes some people might be, but to be on a grander scale, I think it's all positive. Like, it's not like I haven't come across light language. Sometimes you might come across a certain. Somebody might be speaking light language, and you might be something, maybe you might resonate, but it's fine, like, it's fine. And I suppose it's just going back to yourself, because your core self already knows anyway, and there's no one actually knows better than you, only you, and putting the power back into you, like, so. I'm not sure if that even answered that.
That's a wonderful answer, I think. Yes, I feel. Yeah,
it's the feeling. It's the feeling. And it's all about the feeling. Yeah, you just feel it, like you feel the tangible understanding of it, and it's yeah, it's amazing, and yeah, I know. I will say this, and with us, with all of us that are working with it, even people that say they don't speak it, it's all a huge change. But all this information has been surfaced up as well, so that's what's happening. We're surfacing all this information up, and if it even is dark or whatever, it's been surfaced up, it's been recognized, and it's been cleared. So it's been so if it's so-called dark or whatever, some things are being surfaced up, being recognized, conscious recognition, and then it can be intertwined, understand, and sometimes distributed back to the same place where I was there. I don't know.
You know, brother. You know very much. It's so interesting when the human beings say, I don't know. It means I know. Oh, resonates perfectly.
And that's the whole, like if we even go through the whole reincarnation stuff, it's just recognizing all that then as well. So we're recognizing all these stories, these plays, and all this thing coming up, and that's the whole thing. Is we're just recognizing ourselves that there's more of us going on than we would have even imagined. Which then we're going back to the imagination, because the imagination is vast, and that's where it's at. So yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
I hope that good to do. Yeah, I hope, well, I don't know if it resonated or not, but
anybody else would like to add something else to what Brother Wesley said? Jacob?
Yeah, maybe actually as a newbie also to the group, I can feel that the more I am, the more I can feel from you. So like the last transmission that I was, as Wesley said, I was like my face was like a baby, and he wasn't wrong. I was completely, I was melting. It was so cool, and it took some time. It was like a gradual process before I become more and more sensitive. So as Wesley said, the more you operate within it, the more you get the recognition of what it is. So yeah, that.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you so much. Yeah, pretty much. Shatakusi taka turku vishana katara tikiana. Kadija, would you like to add something else to that? How did you know? Okay. And Luis?
Sorry, I have no idea. Yeah.
How was it for you? From how did you feel the light languages when you came to the group, and how they have evolved as you have been coming week after week?
I felt like it was like so natural for me to, I resonated with it, So yeah.
That's it.
He asked about like 2 different light languages, right? So yeah, maybe like if we open our hearts, we can discern. Yeah, as Wesley, I agree with him, but I don't know too much about this topic, so
That's all right. That's why we are talking. That's why we are sharing it, and that's why I thought, instead of answering Keith the comment, I told Keith, you want to come to the group, jump in, and we will share it in the group, and we will formulate this question in live with the rest of the world. Because I think it's really important. It's really important, and a lot of people might come across with that feeling in the beginning of what is this? How? What I'm getting into? Are they safe? Aren't they safe? And all these things which I feel that is pretty much human to feel that way. Shantiki and Tianana. In the beginning, we have this tendency to want to understand them with the mind, and and gradually you start understanding that it's nothing to do with trying to understand a language like we do here on earth, or when we listen to a tongue, or when we listen to an earthly language. The more we listen to them, the more we understand that they come straight to the heart. And from the heart, we start opening up and having different feelings. And I remember Khadija in the beginning, that she was the same way, like all of us practically. Luis also, he came very much with that mindset of wanting to know all the information, what are they about, and how they happen, and all of that. And now he's also channeling massive amount of codes, a massive amount of powerful light languages. So yeah, Luis, do you have anything to say about this question before I say my opinion?
Just to kind of similar to what they say about being connected to your core, and also observing the reasons or even like the patterns that the person that is transmitting the light language is portraying. And I think it's interesting, it's important, because it's becoming more and more popular. And if you are attracted to it, even if you think like, oh my God, I'm never going to speak them, it's just so far ahead, it's so weird, it's strange. But if you're attracted to them, there's already a resonance and something that connects there. But they are becoming more popular, like they are everywhere on social medias if you search for it. And so you have your own discernment and activate it, but also you can set like a filter, because there are a lot of a big variety. Maybe not all of them are meant for you, or maybe not all of them will help you in the way you need. So be connected to yourself, and like you can set a filter that I'll only take what's best for me, and I'll feel it from my heart, even though if I don't understand it. I'm gonna be connected, and I'm gonna only take what's best for me. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hachisanaka Tunchiana. Wonderful answer as well. Chishanaka Tinsanakwata. When Keith first asked me, the first thing I experienced was to my whole entire life here on earth. Since I came as a baby up until this moment that Keith was asking me that question, and my feeling, or what it came first to reply to that question, was by exposing yourself, because for a long time I didn't understand why I had to go through so many experiences in life, so many tough things, so much density, so many experiences that they didn't make sense in the beginning. Up until I turned 38, practically nothing really made sense, as complete as it feels now. And with the light languages, I feel that is the same. When you expose yourself to the light languages, you start learning how to discern, the same way that we are exposed to life and we start learning how to discern what is good and what is bad. So yeah, I do resonate with every single answer that every brother and sister has mentioned here. Mine particularly, the one I got in the beginning, is pretty much connected to what Jacob say. By you exposing yourself more and more and more, the more you will amplify the ability to discern which one resonates more with you. So it's just about being there, be present, and experience, because this is what we are doing here really in this lifetime. We are here experiencing things, and light languages is a wonderful thing that is coming more and more, just as Luis mentioned. And the reason why they are coming more and more is because the light languages, they are not, like we mentioned before, they're not like the languages on Earth. The languages on Earth, they are coming through the filter of the mind. The light languages are felt and they are perceived here, and you sense them, you feel them in your chest, in your entire self, including the mind. But it's more like a telepathic feeling that expands everywhere in yourself. And that way, you start understanding more about them. When there is a message within a light language transmission, I don't get it in my mind. I get it as a feeling first. And then I translate or I interpret that feeling with my mind into words. So I transcribe into words what I am feeling, and I do my best on that. That's why I never say in my videos light language with translation. No, it's an interpretation. And my interpretation can be different than another brother's or sister's interpretation, because the light languages have multiple, let's say, meanings to the heart. So the same light language transmission, it can make me feel a message, and then maybe Brother Wesley come with a different message from the same transmission, but they are complementary. We are meant to do that as humans when we are exposed to the light languages. Most of the time they are there just to be felt and to get whatever is bringing to humanity. But other times there are messages, and when those messages are coming with these light languages, they go hand on hand with each other. And this is one of the things we do in this group. If there is an interpretation, we also share it, and we put it together just like a puzzle. So we find out at the end of the session that Wesley had one piece of the puzzle, I had another one, maybe Jacob had another one, maybe Melissa had another one. And when we share them, we find a massive meaning, putting all of them together. So this is the wonderful experience about the light languages, and I could continue talking forever, really. But the reason why they came, like I was saying, the way they come is because they are not being filtered by the mind. You cannot judge them, really. You can make a judgment if you want. You can say, this is not for me, or this sounds weird, I just don't want to listen anymore, this is not for me. Well, that's fine, that's perfectly fine. But you cannot say much more than that. It's not like when like in the Bible, messages have been going from one person to another person, from one book to another book, and the language has been transforming and changing. Light languages has, like we say, multiple meanings, and at the same time, they cannot be judged. They cannot be judged, and they go straight to the heart, because the mind, with any earthly language, the mind is gonna judge the meaning of this language, or whatever it says to your mind is gonna project, let's say, a judgment. With the light languages, you cannot say anything. I've been running these groups for more than 3 years now, and I don't get negative comments from people, because there is nothing they can say about them. This is us. This is us raw. This is us just being ourselves. So there is nothing really that you can judge and attack or do or say. Nothing at all. And so they come pure, in this pure energy, in this pure love, so that they come straight to any part of our system. And like we say before, they have their own intelligence, and they support any area in any etheric or physical, in any dimension. They go there where it's needed, and they help and they support everyone, not only us as humans, everyone, everything around us, everything that is exposed to them, get this vibration, this love. The mind with earthly languages, it can stop that. When we are talking about love, when we are maybe just reading a poem, we can straight away with the mind judge the words from the poem, or this poem is rubbish. When you're talking light languages, you might have that tendency, but you will see that if you keep doing that, at the end of the day, you will feel a little bit silly about yourself, because you don't even know what you are judging. So at some point, your mind surrender, your system surrender, and start opening and start feeling them. And that's why brothers or sisters mentioned before, it takes time sometimes. It takes time of exposure to feel them, because we are very programmed in the mind to understand everything with the mind. And it takes time to do this surrendering attitude, or do this, get to that point when we truly surrender to this divinity, to this divine love and light. So that will be my answer, which at the end of the day is complementary, and also goes hand on hand with the rest of the answers that have been provided by our brothers and sisters. Thank you so much, guys, for giving your opinion about them and sharing with the group, because a lot of people are going to appreciate this a lot. Tiana, many people are questioning, wondering what these light languages are. So thank you so much, Keith, for formulating this question, and everyone for participating in answering. Tishu kutu shun tuku antai tiku ote tiku tutu initi tianada shianakata. Kuata. And now we can go to the intentions. And so let's start the exercise by asking something for ourselves, and then we can ask for humanity and the rest of the world and the rest of the things. I know that when we do this exercise, the first thing that the mind does is like, well, if the world is me and everything else is me, what's the point in doing this first, and or myself first, and then the rest afterwards? Well, I did mention that before. It's an exercise to activate the deserving feeling that a lot of people still have a wound in understanding that we deserve everything. We deserve everything. We have been practicing a lot giving, but we are not that open to receive. And we are doing this to activate that aspect of ourselves. Tishana kurumati titiana kata. Titiana. Brother Wesley, what will be your intentions this week?
My intention is actually strength through love. Sanuata tuata tuata. And surrender of Saku wata tu watata iya ku wasa tuata. Suku waka kiya kata kuatata mayuata tuata. Bawata. Old roles. Suwata tuwata. And I'm gonna repeat this again instead of last week. Actually just integrating this hardwiring into the system. Samuwaka kiyuwaka kuwata. So it can be more adaptable as well. Sukuwata tuwatata in certain situations. Suwata mayuwaka tuwayaka tuyata tuwa suwa kayakuwata. So it can be more recognized as well. Kutata, Wuata. These are the orders can be ran through. Suka, Kiniyuku, Wayakuata. So thanks very much. Bayuwaka, Tuata, Tuata. Thanks very much. Mayawakata, Tuwaka, Waya,
Huata inaku, ataiana, huata. Chakuanata, Uaka, Sakuanata, Titiaka, Suana. They want to come out. Shakuana.
Great job. Bayawaka, big respect. So many levels. Whoa, spoil stuff. It's amazing. And the world, man. Oh man, the world. I just think what I feel, think, feel, understand. I'm noticing shifts as it is. That I feel that I just feel that if we could blend this through the field, that people that suku it goes going kind of back to the same thing again. The hardwiring of the intelligence of suku that can penetrate through the field so that people can feel more connective to what's happening on a greater scale. So we can that we can connect each other on a soul level. And it'll go back to the same thing that happened in the past. That we could understand each other on many levels, more than just speaking. Kanuakata, tuata, speaking so-called foreign languages, which is all grand anyway. So-called tuakata, tuyuatata. So just sending love, like, to all the magic across the planet, and and hopefully, that there will be some recognition that this changes up, which they are anyway. So thanks very much. Thanks very much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Susana Kata.
Masuaka.
Suaka.
Maewa.
Khadija.
Okay, thank you for today's transmission. Sorry, fly. And I want to, like, I'm asking for a release, for whatever that can be released today in my emotional and energy body. I feel also I want to set the intention to become like receptive today for whatever that might come through me today. So, and I feel I want the same. I want to ask for the same thing for the collective as we change our energy. Like, life changes, reality changes. So I feel like we'll be better, like, if we, like, oh my God. Yeah, that's my intention for today. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Khadija.
much.
Thank you, love. Thank you. Jacob.
Yes, so maybe it will be personal today again. May I ask the transmission to bring light to me so I do not hinder my process of becoming it.
Very good. Very important. Very important. Remember that when you are asking for yourself something that you truly feel in your soul to ask, you are also helping other brothers and sisters with the transmission, because that love is going to be delivered in a moment. And this is going to help everyone, really. Shantikiyata. That's why we do it as well. Because by expressing what we feel in our soul, we are also bringing this love to everyone else in the group and anyone else exposed to these videos, plus everybody else in every dimension and in every part of the existence, because they go everywhere. This is frequency, and the frequency goes everywhere already. It's expanding in everything that is connected. So tisanai ene te kiumarataka. Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you.
Katao Tiana. And now it's Luis.
I already have like a whole ladder of channeling. My intentions are for myself are balance, transmutation, that all of the difficult entrapping things may come to light. Everything that I'm holding on that can be shown to me, that so I can release them, like traumas, conflicts. So these things can continue to be illuminated, so I can release them with ease and move on and continue to transform the energy. And for the collective, more openness and humility, so we can create together, and also to bring harmony to the masculine and feminine polarity in everyone.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Very important ones as well. Shaka tu shantaraka, tu ku tu shonaka. Thank you, brother. Cha-cha-naka. If you are at home, you can also take this opportunity to set your intentions for yourself first and for humanity after. And no matter when you are watching this video, these light languages that we are going to transmit in a second or in a minute, they will be reaching there where you are. Kineti yomata intarakata. As we say, everything is in expansion, everything is connected, and there is not a space of time. So any time that you read or feel or watch this video, you're going to get it as well. Chishana, Tiana, your soul will, Tiana, and the light languages will reach there where it's needed. Tanaka, Tunti, Titiana, Kata, Oto, Toto, Queen, Shianakata. And now is the your turn, Keith. Shatakuru, Tushuana.
Thank you. My intention for myself would be to improve my health so that my body, my human body, can function optimal. And the intention for the rest of the family would be that everybody may start dreaming about the new earth we want to co-create, and send energy towards that aspect of creating rather than concentrating on what's disintegrating around us. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith. And what about your brother, your friend who is with you, or who was there with you? I'm not sure if he is still there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm trying to keep in the background, but okay.
It's all right. Are you enjoying it?
Yes, I did.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
The meditation was very powerful. Thank you.
I'm very glad, brother. Very glad.
Intention, I think for me, connections, making connection. For me personally, to make connection to my deeper insight and to my higher self.
Wonderful.
And I guess for the collective, I think it's well, for me, connections are important. Connections are exposing us, making us to come closer together, to open us, to be vulnerable, and so we can create our future, not separate, but together. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, so beautiful. So, thank you, brothers. Thank you so much. Wow. I always feel that it's like you are talking through me when you speak with your soul. So when we get this at this stage of the session, and this is because the light languages has created or established already a massive connectedness. But yes, basically it's what you have asked, what I was feeling to ask as well. I'm gonna maybe put other words there just to express it also, and to give me the opportunity, to give to myself the opportunity to also to set the intention and set the permission slip, so that this energy also come to my body, sentiana, opening this dimensional door. So what I want to ask is all this energy that is coming to us, or in this case, because I'm asking for myself, all this energy that I am channeling, that is becoming greater and greater and stronger, bringing me a lot of courage, a lot of love, in times that they are being very challenging in my life, very challenging. This 3D is becoming very challenging for me, is circumstances, situations, but I don't feel lonely because of my brothers and sisters here, because these light languages groups, because somehow in the path, I have this lack, in bracket, lack to find and to come across with brothers and sisters also outside of this group, that they are amazing, and make me feel that I am not alone. So I ask for this love and energy to continue. I ask for these encounters to keep expanding with other brothers and sisters. I ask for this energy of courage and strength and inner power, humble love and power that keep coming to me, so that I can overcome these challenges on the 3D. And also I ask for healing in my body, healing in my joints, especially when I play basketball. I keep getting my knees like swollen and pain, and so I know it's part of the process. Also, I understand that it's part of the overcoming the density, and it's becoming much better. I mean, lately these symptoms are changing massively. I'm getting much better, because I'm aware that this was just my body telling me, you are struggling walking through density. And so I feel so lucky for having all of you, for having all the other brothers and sisters also outside of this group, for being able to connect to many beings multidimensionally, and for receiving all this love that keep expanding and expanding. So I want to ask for more. Don't feel like when you ask for something for yourself, like you are being greedy, because there is nothing about being greedy with the divine love. You can ask as much as you want for more and more love, and for anything you like. And this is what we are bringing to practice also. Asking for abundance, asking for a lot of abundance is what I want to ask for me and for everyone else, so that you all receive abundance in all levels, economically, in health, in any way that you can possibly imagine. Abundance, and abundance there where it's meant to be. And for those brothers and sisters living in the dense level, I wish the same than you, and that's why I say also that it seems like you are talking through my soul. I ask for openness, connectedness, expansion, unity, awakening. I ask for the greed of humanity to connect consciously more and more and more. But basically, I'm saying the same that you say. So I think we are ready to proceed with the light language transmission. If you are at home and you speak the light languages, you are more than welcome to join us anytime that you are watching this video. If you are here and you speak the light languages, you are more than happy to activate your microphone and also participate in the light language transmission. If you don't speak the light languages, that's fine. And if you feel like singing, for example, in your mother language, in this case we use here English, but it can be any other language that you feel like expressing, let them flow, because if they are coming from your heart, they are light languages. I received this message from the very beginning. An earthly language become light language from the moment that purely is expressed with only love. Antika and Tiana, only love in bracket, because it's everything. If you feel like playing an instrument, a musical instrument, the same. It's all frequency, it's all love. So let ourselves express this Watikana, this frequency from the soul. Tekiantaku suti ti anakata. And whenever you're ready, activate your microphone. Go ahead. Tekuantiti and in your own time. Shiniakata. I feel like going on. Tika tiki titi titi ukutu tushina. Otoro kushi te shakakura kai shantikiuma. Sete ki shanaka ote ka siti titi akaku tai shata untaka. Otanaka kuataka. Otanaka duchana wu kua isaua. Saua taita paiku tekiuma taita nakaku. Te tiuma tentakata kunteteum. Sene te tokunta kaisten tekitentekiana. Tekenta tokumpeteke. Esta nakatu takaisha nakatu shanakata. Takati shakatan tuku shanakata. Nakata nekenteki ineteki pakata tesho. Anekata sentata nakutake shantaka yene. Antekishuku tuku. Anaete tenteyuma eteki makateni kumbata kiyuma tayuma. Chenana kantoneti yuma te chantana katunte shinikuma. Anete teki chinte kiyuma echechini kiyuwo koto. Eneka kuntana kate shanta kunte te 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 yukate. Odakate shakunte shanakate. Teki kiyuma te kinte kiyuma te kuotaka. Nekatanaka shanakatu te nakatu. Shine kintiyo kata sentanakatu te ya. Ete te neke koto kote kishante kiyama kata chene kogoma. Ene kote shanakarai te kuoto. Te kiyama kate shanakaputika waka. Nakupiti shanakumate shakumate kuwaka kayene kuwaka. Kitiuma katena kana ene kiyuma kayene teyuma ene tekishin toku to konto ene teyuma teki kuwana kete teyuma akapo teki tiwama shakawama juwaka tiyanama otene kiyuma tiyana osane kitiyana. Tagur tar kutu turkma asutur yur yana katar kutu turma sutur tikiana turma sini kiur matier sur nakar kiur kana tur Tikana pachukuru katarur tikata tata shukutur naka ar surupataru tupu kurrandikiur nakaru matakatare kuto aranakaturu mati shataraka.
Matana ta utuma te utuma tana. Matana i te utuma uamanata. Mutuaka. Matuku tukuanata. Mautuanata. Nutu nata.
Shakawarata.
Matunata. Kautu mata ini te utu.
Narakaturuana.
Matainata utuaka.
Nikara tarakata tarakatun turgwa son turguishan tarakatakatunta
Kan nuoma sakata utuaka sanata datina.
Tansana kana mashini na halala bibi nakada nasini tana.
Arakato suturo kaka turntaka. Asanara katuntish kuntu kuata. Shiana, remember the intentions. Tikana, project love shakan tushun turuma. Aneki eneta uruma tisana Shun tukun tishana. Eneki ana tishana kun tiana. Ekuarana kaota sinyara kaunta. Senereki unturo makata. Enaraka orata inta ko to iki shinakati titiana. Makarakata turshon tarakara. Ta saturo koishan torokoishi inikyuro atuturukoishi. Narakatakatus tutui titiarakatur takati uishanakat. Tarakatai tutui titianakata. O matati titianakata.
Kenesia sini sina teate sila silima latini. Kenemia. Anisla.
Hanatita sutoroka sho shintaraku tika tata shiti titianakata. Tianoko entikium mataka. Estetikium takata isintikum ta. Orokoto toroku chinshaka korkata ishantaraku. Rostoku ika. Orana takare tiana. 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 Onakara tu konto toi tiana. Shana tiana. Horonakata isanarakata. Onarakata wa. Yanakata wo mataka. Chiseteki choko chochoko sheko ushaka. Shoshanaka oishasha. Ushinaka ushushakata. Shushishita kusichanaka. Janaka yanakata. Oh, thank you so much, Jacob. Tiakuru dushin narakauru to santia rakatur dir noku hutur kushunta. Achishanakata.
Kaninata salina ali masili tieta masinyo.
Yanaraka shuntai ramaka santakunta sana. Iniki shantakur machin takaun takais. Toro wakata vinchishan takawinchishan. Tukuanta shinshan takataunta. Nikana uruntaka. Orokushun turukma tishanaraka. Anarkiyo tokoiche. Shisha wa kisyo wa kisana watana. Tianara ti. Atika mama
Utuma inetuata. Matuma nata utuma. Mutu manata. Utumaka. Muataka. Kau matana. Uama. Muanata.
Maisana kuti shanti titiana.
Matanata utuama. Mutuanata ita utuaka. Kaunata. Mautunata utuma. Matumanata. Matumanata utuaka.
Tumaka ensana dentikima. Jishanaka kuntutun tukuina. Tusun turukum bakata. Sentishin tikima. Neketikon ta shintetitium takata in tetin tukum ta shichi shukun tikiana. Ta tikana. Tiki tiana. Ai nakawon tanaka turu bata sensei ne teikion tata ishintiku waka. Sunsha nakakunta chan desho onta ishintiko chokutu shukutu shua. Shana wama shenaka hushan sesi goshi gocho shuku hisha. Shaka hushana otishana kushana kishana. Antaka bata. Deniki maka otishana katu shenshana orono pusho toshikwa. Chanako chowoshi shishuate shishuata. Ishitete kuwa kishikana. Ishana inakata ushene te kishun toko ishentakata. Etetiki wapa sesha tikata shanaka asanchikata. Ochitana ishe kwakata. Eneke chokwa dide kwa yashaka. Ushi shanaka ishe wakata.
Kalvias Navalina Alisilina Tanama Sinini City wa Sila Tapi Dini Ni Aliwa wa City di Sawa Sisa Seali Laminana
Jara toujours nurka tortus ta erna tark kuturnkar orna esurnaka orka seti orkan tikun tusturmtai inekark antusuturkar kata seti arkantarum tishun turkuntai Hagashaka washa.
Utumanata tu maneo tu natau tanatau atanau natau.
Mabashi sabasho washa vutai iseke gushukuto shukuto washa takata isete
Matana ita itanau tu nutu manatau nutu matanau tu manatau
Tadarakata kushukuto ishen narakata son totorokite titorokwaka Shanakatu Shanta activation. Takatin Shanaka Ortan Tukuata. Tiki Titianakata. Titi Titiana. Sati Titiana. Shaneka Taita.
Utuma tina utu tuma tana utu tu nata utuana.
Kalimpintini ni silina tata sititina makarata tisila batata pitina soli la tata wada na sera la ti.
Naurtaka Sutrushak. Tishanaraka Ornai Senchi Nisha Wanshine. Sawantu to Sintare. Seniarana Kuntishana to Turintaka. Genere Kion Taranayana. Son Torini Kion Tisintium Ataika. Horontane Kion Takata. Sentioro Kutui. Siana Watiana Kua. Showa Kataisha. Chava maciça na turfa aquilo para ato o tiato o Arama soto ike anakatu oti ana wote umate kiyu keti chuana onete tio no ku shonto ishin chishawa oto ko te kiyu umakata akakuru kutu shaka untuku tu shintakana takten tiana otiana onten tiana osenti tiana onete tio mate ya tio mata ta ota e senti che mata akataka unte e sentaka untokos ai e ke kontane ke te shontokos onta ishente intekiwa una e naka ontana te senta uma te shana uma anete konto toto ishakawaka Seko otai shanakuata, enekete kiyumate chiana. Otai anakuatai, anakauatai, anakuata. Au anai, atau atakau. Anakau anai, tau anai. Chakau anaya, akau tai takau tai, ai anakau anai, auia, achanakatu tua, anakau takatai tata, ene takau bakata checha ua kakau tua chakata.
Tuakana, tau tuakana, kuanata, tuanata.
Unakata tichanaku atataia.
Wesley, you're muted.
Tahi anakawana se chawate nakuana ia. Sushanaka Shushaku Shushu ya. Chanaka cha 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 cha. Anamaka kushakata. Tishene te kakwakata. Chishakakata. Chianaku anatai. Naru Shantikuro Josintaraka Turku Sontiki and Takum Tasan Tenekim Takara Sentiorman Osanara Isenti Nikim Matakate Ohana te Kawakata Shikumaraka Shinakara Kantai Tikuaka Narakatai Shantoro Kuntai Shintikum Bakate Shinteu Hanena ma umai Shinteu Makate Senteki Kokoto Shantoro Guishi Enereka Huarana Tesha Kun Tutun Shina Sanara
Natau
Kuntita
tuaka. Natau tu manata. Mutumai natau tu mai teu utuana. Utuamana tau. Uamayana mautana utana. Matuana tau uanata. Mautu tua. Tuana. Mutu utu. Mautuma. Utumanata. Mutuanata. Matana tu manata.
Washanda Kuruna Sentia Matsikana Tiana Kuntiana Amaine te mai nai anau anau matain tan tium te maine
Tuamana
anau taisen te maine tun suntarene tain taine te jeshin tukum sanaram tain te tumpakare te shunkum turukan te sentarane maine Shanam Vikianakum Mate Nete Diuman Diana Yumayene Hanaumai Shanaun Ene Santanaum Te Sentium Te Aman Tiene Tintakan Te Amayene Tauman Senentium dai sentacum testentium ateanain inicium tacantean senerium tium manain shacum tantacam te sentium tucum te shuntain
Yamanantio
Shanakata Turukuakatai Tianakata Toshatai Nikiwakatai Shintakatana Tianakata
Matanata Utumata Inatum
Tianakuatan Kanda Tiana Tume Sintium Pakaine Anarum Takai Tiane Kumain Inetayanar Maisin Tayanaraun Seniorum Takain Tishun Aranaurum Matakain Shanaum Tekium Taise Anekotum Shana Tiniamakaum Tayana Ayayanaum Asene Chanaum Tain Tanakaum Anekaum Tienin
Tiamo Tanaum Manaum Tumanaum Mantianaum Tomanaum
Wow.
Atuanata mata utuma ini te to mata ita sumayana mato maini utu tumayana mautukon tiana kautuma mutua tautu mumana i tuma tumaina tautu utumana mautu kumtiana Tina tautu manata. Mata nata ite nata. Muta utum te kautum manata.
Give yourselves the opportunity, the time to release that you don't need any time during the day. Hene Shiwantiana. Do it with love, do it consciously, and you will feel the pleasure of that release. Shana Rum Shakawanta. Ene Suntote Sintiana. Shi Nianaka Otiana. How many moments do you give to yourselves? Shana Tishana. To just be in presence of love. Tiana, Tiana, Tiana. Hane Samane Sawantikana. Tene Tikin Tiana Tianara. This is just activating our memories about how beautiful we are, how expanded beings we are, how much we can receive, how much we can give. Simultaneously, avans Shanakatushintana. Enishanati Tiana Katushinikiana. Donakio Mates Donti Titianaka Uti Shanaka Shuntikana. Hunti will reflect in each other this grandiose magnitude of love and light. We are Chanakata, Chishanakata, Tini Anakata, Tiana, limitless, Shanakata, Tiana, Tiana, expansion, love. And we anchor this love and energy, just as we did before on Earth, with Earth, everywhere. We share it with Mother Gaia, and we share it with Sun, with the greater Sun, Chinakata, and all the suns in the grid. Shanakati Nakata. Inishanaraka, Watanakata, Oranakata, Sentekianakata.
Tukumanata. Mataka natau tukumanata. Tukuata. Mata tukumanataka. Tau tukuanata. Mata tukuata. Mata utukuata. Taka itaka utukuata. Nataka utukua. Mata tianata. Ti tata utuma. Utumanata.
Sawatihana turutushwana. Tianaka utukustakana. Tianakata. Shakwata.
Matumanata utumata. Tumanata. Mataka inata ata utumana. Matana utumanata. Matau manata tianata. Tianata tuanata. Mata utuanata.
Wow. Wow, amazing. Kasum tarana hoto mase shakwantane kishana. Titisana kaunta sentikiana. Honte tikumata shintiki shiana. Anakatan sintikiana kauntana. Entintentiana katentiana. Tiana. Hanetikioma titiana. Sentiama kata sentiki titiana. Genitiana. Dengetiana. Light languages, when they are also expressed in silence, they are equally effective as well. Shanatiana, Siana Quanta. So there will be times that our brothers or sisters channeling these light languages, they decide to have their microphone off. Sometimes it will be by accident, sometimes it will be just by pure will and free will. Tiana, because we are aware that whenever we are expressing this love and light languages, they will connect anyway. Shana, Tiana. And many of them are meant to be also observed, like Shiana Kushin Shana Wakata Kiana
Kuyota, Kunuwa, Sukuwa, Kuiwa.
As humans, we have this tendency to believe that things should be in one way or in another, in the way that we have experienced other things in life. Light languages breaks all of that, breaks all these forms and programming and all that experience. They break through anything Tiana, and it will all also depend on how much you allow that to get to you. That's why exposure, as we mentioned before, is something that I can see my brothers and sisters when they came from the first time, that they've been changing them in so many ways, but not because the light languages went there to manipulate them and change them. No, it's because they let themselves flow and get transformed and transmute the density, and they allow that love to expand within them. It's all a decision from within. Tiana Kati Tiana. The same for healing, the same for everything else. We need to give this permission slip first if we want to expand and release whatever is there. And these light languages that Brother Wesley do is going through the different levels and layers to break through those dense layers that we have, Tisana, Tiana, so that we can have an opportunity to open up, Tiana, and expand. Tiana. And you will see brothers and sisters that they only do signs, and you will see brothers and sisters that they do codes only. You will see brothers and sisters that they do everything. Other brothers and sisters, they do tones, only tones, like just like that, or something else. And that is also love, much love in frequency. Chana Katiana, NT Kiana. You might resonate or you might not. That's why we exchange, we express, and we share so many Sintiana Kata Suntiana, so that many people can maybe get connected also to them. Chana Katiana. But like we say, this love is sent and it will reach anyway, everywhere, everywhere. Everyone who is willing to expand and open up. Tininyakana intianakata. Esentikianakata. Tikianata. Awesome. Shakuntiana. How was for you, Khadija?
I feel good. When I came in the first, like at first, I was feeling like some weird, like energy. I don't know. I was feeling like like I was a little bit anxious at first, but that's like dissolved. Like,
it's gone.
I feel like relaxed. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, we do that. We actually have that. We every Friday, every Thursday, and me also Friday. Every Thursday and Friday, I get to also do that. All the energy from the week, it gets away. All the stuff goes away. All get dissolved and transmuted into love. And that's why, yeah, I love so much that you come also, Khadija.
Thank you.
And you
Thank
take
you.
the opportunity to say,
you.
get rid of this. Get rid of this. There is no need to keep it inside. Shishana, kushana, shana. Tuana. How was for you, Keith and Torsten?
Well, I really enjoyed it. It's like sitting in front of a warm fire. That's the best analogy to use. It feels good.
That's a very nice analogy. Thank you, brother. And for you, Torsten?
Thank you. Yes, I can confirm it felt good, and as well watching it, I could feel the energy in my tummy, and as well watching you, I can see your smiles. I can see love. So
it's contagious.
Yes, it was. Thank you.
Thank you, brother, for sharing. Thank you so much. Yeah, we often say we feel high, very high, and yeah, so often we feel really, really high. And that's why we do the grounding meditation also, because if we wouldn't, maybe we wouldn't be sat on this chair and we will be floating in the space. Yeah, I'm very glad that you enjoy, guys. And you, Luis?
Awesome, very healing. I felt them like coming into my system and like releasing stuff and activating. Yeah.
And the collaborations, no, between them, no, that we had with each other. We were collaborating, bringing prayers and a huge amount of love.
The other night I kind of had a vision about the singing that we do. It was like for me it's a soul group, like a group of souls in the internal worlds that we gather and we chant. I was on a beach and we were like together in this energy, you know.
I have had also visions of these same light languages with as monks, and there is a light entity that I'm not recalling the name now, but it will come if it's meant to be mentioned and said. For some reason, it's like a note here saying, "No now, Shana Tiana tu Tiana, Ete Tiana Kata Ishin Titi Tiana." This is something that light languages help us to remember, that we don't need to be saying things all the time. And there are times that that if you don't feel like saying or responding to someone, just be loyal to yourself, just be honest to yourself. You don't need to say. There is a reason why you are not feeling to say that. So be loyal to yourself, like I just did. That's it. Okay. This is not a mistake. Oh no, I cannot recall it. Why? What is going on with me or with my mind or with my memory? There is nothing wrong. It doesn't. If it doesn't flow naturally, it's just because it's not meant to be said now. Like I felt like no. We will see, and it has something to do with Luis and this connection that we are having together and experimenting and expanding every week here in this English group, and also in the Portuguese and Spanish.
What I felt that today was like even more harmonious.
Yeah.
And like just flowing and connecting just perfectly.
We are both of us, we are allowing more and more to connect, and gradually every week we are doing that, and it's a process that it becomes more pleasurable every week, and more and more and more. It's almost like a meeting again from another dimension. Our human personality is also like, wow, like mind-blowing, no? It's like experiencing that aspect of our soul meeting with another soul that is also hosting another body here on earth, Shana Katun Shana, and that we met obviously before many times. Tini Anakatun Teti Tianakata Asam Duruku Haturu Dati Tirino Kun Titianakata. Perfection. Takana. And yeah, this is also a reminder always, is that we would like maybe to have everything at once, and we are not receiving everything at once. Luis and I, we've been exchanging these light languages and these light entities, or these light languages coming from these light entities now for many weeks, even more than a year. And so by being patient, we are allowing these beings to express more themselves, and we are getting really amazed about how everything is developing, how far they are reaching. They're very meaningful for ourselves, and hopefully they will reach many people and also bring much love. And one day we will know who are they and why this guy that I'm not mentioning is not coming through now, and we will put it all together because this is the process. How was for you, Brother Wesley? Thank you.
Am I on? Yeah, man. Yeah, as I think actually, Ismail, you were saying that my speaker off, and thanks, Jacob, for giving me the heads up. I didn't even notice it. Actually, I didn't realize it myself. I thought actually what Lewis was saying there with the singing, and I kind of, yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. Samakuatata, watata. Like you guys, you're very different. Sawata, tuyata, tuata. But that's the brilliance with it, because you're very, very different, and your bass playing off totally very different, very, very different. But that's the brilliance of it. Sakuatata, kinuwa, kakuya, kuata. Yeah, it was super grounding. I felt the super grounding. That's what it felt for me anyway. Super grounding. And no, it was brilliant. It was very good. Very, very good. I felt that I felt the energies that are coming through were yeah, there's big power there, like big power there. And yeah. Oh yeah, actually there was one thing you were saying there as well, and what I got is when you self. So it's funny when I hear selves. When you say selves, I hear cells and the cells, and it's the cells, it's the cells, communication from the cells, cells. No, it's funny because as soon as you say cells, amazing, because that's what it's working. It's working with the cells. They're like spinning discs. Yeah. Kusawa tuyuwa kanyama my ya kuwa shawata tuwata. And yeah, like just everybody. It's like everyone's so solid, and it's yeah. And I just love it. I actually love it because everyone's so humble, and it's so yeah. And I think that's the beauty of it. Is it's the beauty of that intelligence anyway. And it knows what to do, knows where to go, knows what's happening, and it's all in the moment. So it's amazing. And there's one thing I would say, and it is a high, but it's a pure, like it's a high that you're, and it's not a high where you're gonna come crashing down. It's a high, like it's there anyway, but it's just being aware of, right, getting back to that. No, it's just being present in that awareness of what already is anyway. So it's kind of funny because it is a high, and it is a high, but it's not the high you're going to go up and you're going to come crashing down. It's just a natural high, like, which is amazing.
And we are learning in this human experience how to be high and at the same time bring the high feeling to density and experience it together. And that's the way we are merging the multidimensional aspects of ourselves also. So it will feel less and less like you will crash anywhere, because in many other spiritual experiences, when the effect goes away, you feel like landing badly against the ground. And this is something that the light languages are also facilitating, that the landing is not that massive, and that is every time closer and closer to the feeling of pleasure and the feeling of coming together, bringing the all the dimensions to one. Tike anakate esti.
Very interesting. You said that, and the other thing, which is as well, even within the healing, and even with whatever's happening, even the integration for days afterwards or whatever, it's a shift. Like, so it's bringing a shift. You know, some people say, all right, you know, it just brings a shift. So the field is just is changing the field. So it's yeah, and it's so tangible that, like, yeah, things are becoming. I don't know. Did you notice that the way even one of us speak and then the other was speak? That's because it's so connected. Or some way you override someone else, not intentionally, but it's just the way it's happening. Like, it's like, whoa, sorry about that. But that's how it's so connected. You're just so connected into the field. It's so connected. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it.
And something that maybe we haven't mentioned is that the same way that the light languages come through effortlessly, the same way when you try to play an instrument, when you are channeling them, your hands also move in their own. It's like automatic writing, that when people are doing automatic writing, they are just maybe formulating questions in their mind, and automatically the hand is moving and answering these questions from the mind. In the same way, there is a dialogue when we express the love with music and with instruments. In that quantum session I had the other day, on Monday, the Lord Arturus said, go and pick up any instrument that you resonate with and just be present with that instrument. Let the instrument be part of yourself, and just start playing. There's no need to really learn anything, because much of this knowledge and knowingness is within you already. So it's already stored within you. And when we expose ourselves to expression, when we set the intention or we flow with expression, magic happens, because that is already there inside us. And I found that really majestic when I heard Jacob playing this instrument that he was playing with this beautiful, beautiful sound. And it's so incredible how he played last week, and the way he was playing this week, it has gone amazing ways of improvement. And I could tell how this week he was flowing much more with it, and allowing his master knowledge come out. And this is what Lord Arturus was reminding us, that we already know most of the things. So trust, allow yourselves to be exposed to these experiences, and be present with your guitar. In Lord Arturus, in this case, was talking about guitar, because I have a guitar there, just getting dust in the living room. And the lady who was channeling Lord Arturus, one of her dreams is also to play the guitar. And the reason why is because in another lifetime or timeline, she was a guitar player, and she was writing poetry and singing songs to the people in this place where she was living. And in this lifetime, she remembered that love and pleasure of playing and singing. And she wants to play as well. And she also got a guitar in her house, and she never played because she finds it frustrating to play it. And she feels like she will never really learn to play. And so we got both the same message, because we are both experiencing the same frustration with this classical Spanish guitar. And yeah, so but this is something that I take the opportunity to share with everyone also, because it applies to every single instrument. I never learned how to play drums. I never learned how to do or play any other instrument. I didn't have a teacher. It just came out the same way that light languages comes out. If some of you watching this video, you don't know how my light languages came through, they just came through one night that I woke up at 3:33, and I woke up by listening my own voice talking tongues, talking light languages. And at first I thought that I was listening these words from my own dreams, where these lucid dreams, I thought that they were part of the lucid dream, these voices. And then when I came to awareness, I realized that was my own voice talking a language, but just coming through, and I wasn't even putting any effort on expressing expressing them. So the same thing is surprisingly we can get really amazed if we just let ourselves express things, and we will find really many miracles and surprises when we allow the expression to come through, Tiana, Tiana, because the soul really wants to speak up, Tiana, Tiana, and Tiana Kata, and share, Tishana, the same way that we have been doing in many lifetimes. Shene Tiana, we want to do the same here on planet Earth. Shene Te Etikiu Mata Ishanta Katiana. And that's why we are remembering all these things. And these beings, Lord Arturus came to say that he's not going to bring this information in this project, in this human project, to make us change in any way or form. They will be bringing this information just to help us to remember those things that we already know. Tenetikium takata, instinctianakata. And this is what we are all processing, and where we are heading. Enetiana, kiana, kianta, to the integration of every fractal, of every experience, and everything that we've been in so many dimensions and in so many timelines. Shanakatiana, we will bring that we call heaven to earth. Seneki Tuanakata. Obviously, we have been disconnected for a long time, which it was meant to happen also for humanity as part of the plan and the human experience. And in this awakening and reconnecting or remembering, that's where we are, what we are doing here. Tatsun tutukun tianakta. And light languages are also playing a big role on this, supporting this process. Jichanaka oto tumana yesiana kata antianakta. And I think we have reached the end for today. And Sanakatuanta, I'm beyond happy about everything that we did, we share, and the way we expanded and we keep expanding. Remember to keep this connection with the sun and the circuitry, the divine circuitry connecting the sun and Mother Earth, because it will ease the process of changing and transformation, everything that we are experiencing nowadays. Shanakatu tu kushintanakata. But before I go, I would like to ask if you would like to. Oh yeah, Luis have some codes. He might want to share these codes. So Shanakatu ushintanakata. But Khadija, would you like to add something? Tishanakata unshana.
I had a question I was thinking to ask. Thank you
Wonderful.
for asking me.
Sanakatu
Yeah. I want to ask you about psychic protection.
Okay.
Because I was thinking, like, are we responsible of our own protection, psychic protection, or like we are protected, like by the universe? So.
It depends on what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
What you believe is what manifests. Sentiana. Sometimes we manifest things that we don't consciously or that we are not aware that we are consciously projecting. Often things come from our subconscious, and we are having weird experiences because something in the subconscious is not being healed, or because we had a massive weird experience, there are fears that they are still not treated or healed or released. And so from my point of view, it depends of each individual in the stage where they are. And from my own experience, my best way to protect myself is by raising my vibration. In the beginning, I was connecting to archangels, other beings, galactic beings, and all of that. I went through all that process of relying in other beings until I found that my best and more powerful protection is me healing every day and raising my vibration. And this is what is impenetrable, and nothing can go through that if you really mean it with love and determination and faith. Yes, and nothing can get there. But I had to also release something from my subconscious as well. I went through few sessions of hypnosis also to release many things from other things that I couldn't reach consciously from here, and brothers and sisters support me a lot on just by me offering myself as a guinea pig or like a rat of a laboratory, let's say, just being used in a way. But that helped me to heal many things that I wasn't even aware that I was suffering. So I think it's important to consider that you perceive or discern, and things will tell you. Overall, I feel that we need to trust that instinct inside, that voice inside, that flowing. Sometimes it's not talking to you, but it's making you feel something. And Shinya Katan and Tiana Katun Shiana, and we are remembering and learning how, as a human, we can bring that memories to and place them and put them into practice here on earth. Chiana Kati Shiana Kun Tiana. And I could keep answering this question forever, because there are so many things to say about that. But I will say that when somebody feels like the need of being protected, based in my experience and in many people who have come to these quantum sessions, is in most of the cases it's because we project fear, or we allow with fear to have this layer of protection, to have this weakness in our shield of protection, which is ourselves. There is no even, I don't feel it like it's a shield anymore. In the beginning, yes. In the beginning, there is an archangel with a shield and all my imagination, and that was helping me a lot at the time. But now I don't even think that there is a shield. I just feel that is me in expansion. And the more I believe in myself, the more I have faith in this love and energy that circulate through me, the less I need to I don't even think about it. This is the thing. I think when we think, we open the door to possibilities. So if I keep thinking about, should I need to protect myself? Shouldn't I? And this doubt create like a, let's say, like a sort of a space for those energies to come through. But when you fully trust who you are as light, And that is a process. It didn't happen to me from in 24 hours. It was a long process. I will say like a decade, if not to say that my entire life and experience here on earth was part of the same thing. Shiniyata, in order to reach to this point, Tishanakata in Shiana. But more intensively was the last decade, Chicha, since 2012. Tiyanakata Shinakata. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Would you like to add something, Wesley, to that? Senti Anakatuan. To that question that Khadija said.
Very well said. Very, very well said. I will tell you my experience. I've operated like that. I totally get it. And actually, when you start becoming aware of the light, and you can run through whatever it is, because the more you raise your vibration, the more you are it anyway. So you can start just flooding. You can start flooding whatever it is. But I was in situations where I kind of, I was in spiritual situations where I did have to dive back into stones, and shungite. I wore shungite for a bit. There's certain things that I was doing with like very powerful healers, and I had to start wearing shungite. So I think I had some past life connection things that I think there was challenges. But I felt, and for years, I was wearing crystals for years, but then it was for a good few years I wasn't wearing anything. But some of the crystals, if they resonate for me anyway, to do. But then again, at another level, things can still come to present itself within the field to be recognized, to be shifted. And the more you become aware of what's in the field to be shifted, the more you are beyond all the stories and the information anyway. And I think it's Korea, you might notice that the more you start becoming aware of even the energy, the more you start becoming aware of whatever it is, you can break through it. That's for me. This is how I do it. Like, you just break through whatever it is, because it might come to the same thing again. It comes to surface. You're like, what's going on here? Like, and you become there, like, your own psychologist, really.
Yeah. Thank you, Wesley. That's a good question.
True at that too. And I totally resonate with what you're saying, Ishmael, because it reminds me of. I was even questioning just taking a break from again is just rocking the thing, but I found shungite for me, because crystals.
I still use it, brother.
Yeah,
I have the shungite, like maybe seven of them inside the shower. In the shower head, inside, I place them all, and I still use it more than for protection. I use them to cleanse my energy system. So as the water goes through with the shungite and then goes all over my body, whenever I feel a lot of density going on, that shungite and water helps me a lot, combining them. Chiakatan to Makata. So yeah.
So what I noticed is actually I have worn my shungite. I was wearing it for probably 2 years, and it was actually this Moldavite. So that's what I've been wearing, and it's like, whoa. I was working with two, but I was like, whoa, no, I should work with the Moldavite. It's powerful stuff. It's like super powerful. Yeah, it's like I'm not. I'm so like a promoting it, but it's on another level. Like,
both of them are considered extraterrestrial, aren't they?
Yeah,
shungite and Moldavite as well.
Very, very, very out there. Like, very super protective. Yeah, very, very good. I'm very kind of
your will of love and light. That's what I was feeling from these light languages. Your will of love and light is your massive and your greatest protection. That will of expansion, nothing can penetrate it. You have that will open to expand, constantly. So that's why we keep receiving these reminders of express yourself, express love, express music, express any way of expression. Why? Because that is expansion. That's the way to be better. Shantakuati anakatai, and our souls are screaming for participation and sharing and rejoice of love and light. Shanakata here as well, where for many years it seemed like something impossible. We are tasting that it's not. So we want every time more and more, and that's great.
Thank you. This helps a lot. Thank you.
And yeah, Luis, do you want to share your coach as you feel it, brother? It's up to you.
Matumanata utuwaka matuanata muta inata.
Yanakata, unakata.
Kutatuwata. Suyata, you're a brave one. Sawata tutututuwa. Kiwata. Kutututututututu.
So in this section, what we do, Keith and Thorsten, is to we just observe the codes that Luis has and the codes that he has downloaded from the very beginning, because he say in the very beginning he was already downloading a lot. And what we do is just to whatever it comes to the heart or to as a way of expression. Also, we just share it and we put it together like on the table, and often we find very many meaningful things and interesting things, and the codes also act straight away just by observing them. They have this power to activate something within and in our DNA, Shanatiana, and in many levels, just by observing them. Shakatiana. These codes in particular from Luis, they keep moving, and many people ask him to change the position of the paper where he wrote or he downloaded these codes. So because there are different brothers and sisters who get different meaning by looking in different to these codes in different positions. Shineki Shianakatum Tukurum Tushum Turguakata Santarakata. Luis, a little introduction. Shanakatara. Tara Kistintium Tarakata Shunto Koton Kishantianaka Unta Sintio Kuntushun Turquinshana Shawakati and Takuantai Shantagat. Personally, I see an encounter of three beings. And another one, no, actually three also at the top observing. Esenticium tuishinticum takata istenticum takata. So every column at the bottom, I feel like they are one being each. Estenticiana. The one in the middle is like holding something in the hands and offering that to the being in green. And the feeling I got is like when you share the love of a child from your womb, from your like that mother love. Chichanakatun titianakata onteanakata. encounter, multidimensional being encounter. Shinakatan chutu shintanaka untuana. And some beings observing from above. Shentikianakata. That's what I get from that. Shakuata. So you feel something else, or whatever it is, please share. Katashukwata.
I actually see something similar, but I actually see a dance. It's like an interdimensional crew dancing. But what I do see, it's kind of funny because I'm seeing it lately. I'm really seeing maybe 2011 again. It feels like it's very kind of tangible, and very kind of you know, the way we're supposed to, everything's solid. You know, the way things are solidified, but it's very kind of wavy. I feel it's kind of very kind of holographic, and it's very dancing. I could see it's very dancing, and especially the green. It seems like very kind of, if you go through the holographic. It feels like very kind of just apparent and changing, as a course, at the same time. It's cool. It looks cool. I like it. Yeah.
So what we do in this section is whatever it comes, we say it, and it's okay. Whatever it comes, it's okay, because like we say, the codes or light languages, they have multiple meanings, so we just let anything to come through. Shantakuntiana. Thank you, Brother Wesley.
And I feel there's a connection actually to a hen. I can feel the hen towards the left. So actually to my right, actually. So it might be to your left. Like I could see there's some connection to a hen. That's not I could see, it's like a hen. Lots of bird stuff tonight, actually.
I see many beings within the same beings. Chakatin tianakata, soto guantana, shentikianakata. A lot of people, when they come to see some abstract art, many times they wonder how they can see these things. So, well, this is something that I used to say a lot before, when I was seeing something like from Picasso or from painters who used these abstract styles. I was always wondering how these people can say these things about these paintings. I don't see anything. And somehow at some point, something opened up within and started allowing me to feel things also about these drawings or codes. We have another brother from Mexico who do more drawings with a combination of symbols, very galactic symbols, and the same. It brings so much to say at Tishana. And sometimes they activate more light languages. More light languages. Tikianaka ui nikiumataka esentikianata suntiana. So summarizing, whatever you feel about it is fine, and that's the meaning for you. Ishianakata, and if you don't feel anything about it, that's fine as well. Chanakatu intiana. Esintiakata. We need tianakatu intianakata. Right. Shakata, wata. That's the one you want to share? Tiakakushianakatu shiana. I felt that.
You.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you, everyone, for supporting all this love and light and all the intentions that we had and we share. Thank you for making another week wonderful. And I hope that you take all this love and light to all the times that you have ahead and all the things that you have ahead, and you shine, tikian, and blossom. Takan tiyanakata.
Tamasuakata.
Kinuwa.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kadija. Thank you, Luis. Thank you, Wesley. And
Thanks.
Keith and Torsten.
Sukata.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Blessings.
See you. Tashakatuana.
Kusuwatata maiwa.
Tatakuana.
Tikak okot akat takitu takat. It ok ot ikakat ok. Otak akunt iku.